Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay, and we're talking about The Leftovers, the new series on HBO that just came out.
Is it leftover sandwiches? No. Is it leftover hoes? No, it's leftovers after people went up in space somewhere and they disappeared. It's all about the people that are left behind.
I hate leftover hoes.
God, leftover hoes suck wieners. So,
that's why they're hoes.
That's true.
About the Lost guy, David Lindelof did it. He did it based on a novel, and everybody was pissed at him about the way Lost did it, so he's like, hey, this isn't about the way things happened, it's about the people left behind to deal with it, which is why it's called The Leftovers. And it's got Justin Theroux, who's throwing it to that Jennifer Aniston as we speak, probably.
There's all this pandemonium, there's all this still craziness 3 years later after it happened. Like, what happened? I love the main guy, Chief Garvey, in this, because he's talking to the mayor, I guess, the lady, and he's like, you know, people are ready to be healed, it's ready to fucking explode. Get it through your head. That's right.
Because everybody was being crazy, and you can already tell you're going to like him at that point because he's the voice of reason. Because everybody's like, we're going to call it Heroes Day, even though these random people, everybody just, 2% of the population just up and disappeared one day, babies in the thin air and everything, and it's 3 years later, no one still knows what happened. It's like the Malaysian Airlines thing times 1,000, and everybody's being stupid, and they're like, we're going to call it Heroes Day because they're heroes because they disappeared.
That actually sounds typically what somebody would do. It's like,
yeah.
He's like, why are they heroes? Like, this guy was, he was like, because Garvey was like, this guy was an asshole.
The reason he was pissed off that they're going to have it is because there's these creepy ass people, and they are creepy. I really felt the loss.
You know what I thought
on there?
But do you know what I thought when I first saw them when they were going to have that big rally and they were walking to their cars and that music was going on? I just thought of, like, I don't know why it popped in my head, but I was thinking, like, introducing the new iPhone S7. It looked like an Apple commercial. It was like, it's so fucking good you'll go cult.
There should be a cigarette commercial, because that's the thing, like, they're all in this weird room together, and you're like, you don't know shit. Yeah. Like, are these people disappeared? What's going on? But they're all in this room, they're eating this nasty slop gravy shit, and then they're going in there, and there's everyone's smoking, and like there's this shit on the wall, and it just so happens that I'm quitting smoking this week when I'm watching this shit.
Wow.
Of course. But on the wall it says, it's like, we don't smoke for our own enjoyment. We smoke cigarettes to
proclaim our faith.
Yeah, and it's like, what is wrong with you weird people? And then they just show up in the middle of the street, and they just follow people around, and they never speak. They don't speak, so they're just like, the creepiest shit ever. It's like a nightmare.
They're like Michael Myers with a mask. And they wear robes. But it was like, why are you smoking for? Because you're proclaiming your faith, okay, fine, but you're smoking, are you trying to make an Indian smoke signal? Like the Native American, like, God will see. He's got that everyday guy, like how he would feel and how he's going to react to all this stuff going on. And he just got, like, you know, come on, Heroes Day and all that stuff, and he talks to his little daughter, and it's always like, you know, he's like, God damn, what the fuck you say? Like, he just looks like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
he just looks like, you're all so stupid. Like, it's like, you gotta, you know, why don't we think about this logically and not, like, run around trying to make parades and stuff?
So fucked, man. He got really fucked. Like, first off, his wife, it turns out, I mean, these are spoiler reviews, by the way, they're recaps. Yeah. His wife, it turns out, is part of this crazy-ass cult full of people who like white clothing and cigarettes.
Sucks sometimes.
And his son is part of the other side of the crazy cult, which I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Buddy Garrity from Friday Night Lights is in it. He's a politician. That was good to see him. But they go over to this weird place, and there's this guy, Wayne, who's in charge of shit, and he just like to walk around with knives and talk about.
Why did they have to name him Wayne? Because the last thing I think of when I think of a prophet is a guy named Wayne. What if
it's so not creepy?
The Book of Wayne. Like, it was in the Bible. It says like so, and he looked like
you go to Waffle House with a guy named Wayne.
I thought it was gonna be some old creepy guy in one of those big chairs, gonna look like Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat. But he walked in and it looked like Seal. He's like, I will sing you a song. And then he was British on top. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, he was.
Just keeps on coming at you.
But apparently there's something. This guy like hugs the darkness out of you or some stupid shit like that. But Buddy Garrity goes in there. I'm not gonna call him anything but that. He's from Friday Night Lights. He's like, he fixed me, you know. And it's like, I don't know what the hell's going on there or with that.
And why is there a bunch of Asian girls? Like, why are they all Asian?
They like gummy worms.
I understand that. They do like that.
And he gets whipped.
But did you notice it? They're all Asian in the pool. They all looked Asian. So
I didn't notice that, no.
Yeah, because the girl that was sitting there, they brought the gummy worms too. They're delicious. But they're also like 4 or 5 different girls. They all looked Asian to me. I don't know if that's like part of the show or I was just seeing things. I don't know.
maybe
I have a fantasy, I suppose.
The whole dog thing. Like, as soon as the show starts, it's like, come here, little dog, bam! And you're like, this show's gonna
I turned it off and I was like, fuck it.
Did you
I have a big dog person. I was like, that's bullshit.
But it was like right in his face, and he goes to that house, and this was really creeping me. I mean, this show interests the shit out of you, because all this weird stuff's going on, and you're like, I want to know what the hell's going on, why is this happening, why is this that perfect Lost feel, they really inject that into there. But me, I want to know why it happened rather than what happened to these people who left behind. So I'm kind of scared the show's going to go in the wrong territory based on what I'm hearing, but what interests me is like, it's fucking aliens, obviously. Obviously, it's aliens. I mean, I'm the guy. I'm gonna say everything's aliens. Whatever happens, we're like, can't find a cheeseburger, aliens. But I still can't find that cheeseburger.
Oh, where is it?
But he goes to that creepy lady's house and he's like,
in your belly.
It's an alien.
Creature stole my Twinkie.
But anyway, hey. He gives the lady her car back, and she was weird as shit. She was like, "What's it to you?" Yeah. So what if he took my dog? I don't care. But
oh God, I hated that one because he was like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "Is that what it is?" Like, no, actually, what it is, you're a bitch. That's what that means. And then that guy was like, "They're not our dogs anymore." At the end, and it just he got like Duke Nukem was like, "Okay," and then he's like, "Let's kill some dogs."
Yeah, he's like, "What the fuck are you waiting for?"
And I was like, well, so you're gonna end the show and not like an epic battle, them fighting some spacemen or something else happening. There's a big blowout with the renegades or whatever they call it, the remnants. Yeah. You're gonna have them blowing up some dogs.
Well,
that sucks.
There was the scene in the bar. Well, first off, he dreamed that he
doesn't even get pissed. You know that's gonna happen. Yeah. Like, do you understand what you're doing? But they were real dogs.
He hit a fucking deer. All right.
Yeah.
And then there's a scene in the bar when he's drinking, and they showed for a second there. She was like, "Where were you when it happened?" And he was fucking some chick. You automatically assume he was cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't know. That could have been his wife he was having sex with. So one of the guys was like, nobody has sex with their wife that passionately. And then at the end, he sees the deer again, and someone said in the comments, I read someone's idea was that, well, it's a stag, and he's a cheater, so technically he's the deer. There's all these crazy things already for it.
Did you see that thing where he like flashed back to his dad? And he was like naked running through the woods, and I was like, "Is this
he's a shapeshifter?"
I know, is this gonna be some of that werewolf shit going on here? Like, it just, I don't know. I hope to God there's not supernatural stuff like that. I mean, there's gonna be supernatural stuff probably in the show, but I just really hope it's not like, yeah, I don't know, shapeshifters coming.
I was ready for the cult to be scary, man, because like you're talking about that, you had that big.
They smoke cigarettes and they just.
I know you had this big fucking event happening. Everybody's going crazy, and everybody.
A few more years are gonna be full of oxygen tanks. Not gonna be scary anymore.
But they're there, and he's like, shit's gonna go crazy, and they kind of built up to that. Yeah. You got all these up close shots of people, like almost claustrophobic shots of people, and then it opens up and you see all these people in their white freaky suits, like, you know, a cult coming out with these signs, and you're like, this is gonna be awesome. And all that happened when they held up signs that were like, shut your mouth.
No, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, or you're wasting your breath.
Sometimes you're wasting your breath, and somebody was like, that's it, god damn it, that's enough. But like, they didn't even say anything.
And it felt more under the dome than it did HBO at that point. I didn't like that. They're like, there's points of the show I didn't like. I mean, it
had the right amount of what WTF.
Yeah.
What the fuck that keep you like, hey, what's going on?
Like the fucking kids at that party, holy shit!
I wanted to play that game because I was like, is there an app for that now except for the burn part? And then they'd be like, well, you didn't make out with that girl. I was like, oh, you're not burning me, so I quit. And it's like, because I mean, you spin it until it said hug or kiss or choke, whatever the shit that was, and then I'm not gonna get choked by no girl, hell no. But if it said, you know, have sex, I'm like, cool beans, I'm into this game, let's play. And then it was like, burn. I was like, don't touch me with that fucking fork. I quit right now. And they're like, well, you can never play. I was like, well, I'll get my own app.
But it was so fucked up, man, because the choke thing, I mean, it's not even the choke thing that bothered me.
Then I like had a conversation.
Yeah, they just walk in. I think the point of that was everybody's so fucked up because of what happened, and they're so scared, and like they don't know what's going on in the world because these people disappeared and they don't know why, that it's trying to show everybody that's left behind is really fucked up. So they go in there, and she's just like going out, and he's like, you care if I jerk off? She's like, I don't care what you do. And it's just like this, nobody cares. Like, and it's so fucking weird and like eerie to watch these kids go through this stuff like that.
So Jill's fucked up.
Burn me with the knife. Oh yeah, she's real.
She's obviously messed up, and the son is kind of like enamored with this Wayne guy, and he's in love with this Asian girl.
He's got whip marks on his back, and he had a flashback to jumping off a roof with someone.
No, I think those two people that he was in college and he saw them jump off the roof. I guess they committed suicide after this rapture event happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, they explored the relationship mainly between Chief Garvey and his family and how that's all messed up. I mean, yeah, it's got the right amount of mix of mystery and suspense to keep you hanging on and wanting to find out. But then there are some slow points and there are points in it that just kind of comes off as, it's just like kind of corny-ish, I guess. Not that it's bad. It just, I don't know.
It doesn't feel like some of it doesn't feel like HBO quality programming.
Well, I mean, we all can't be the mountain.
It's like a really depressing, like cathartic show for people who've been through like it's just like about pain, about losing people and shit like that. But you kind of just want it to go fun and sci-fi and creepy and weird, which it does that a lot. I just wonder if they're going to stay on that road or if they're going to go the other way. Who knows? Honestly, I'd give it an 8.0 because it creeped me out enough and was cool, really cool in certain parts. Sometimes it was a letdown, like when the people just had stupid signs. You know, that was just whatever. But ultimately, I like Justin Theroux. I think he's a good actor. I like the actors in the show. I think it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to see what happens next week, even though the show is like just gloomy as fuck.
I'm going to give it like an 8.0 myself. I didn't think it was the most amazing show I've ever seen, but it is good enough to keep me hanging on, asking for more. I'm hanging on my moment with you.
I was trying. I had another song going in my head.
And Justin Throat is awesome in this. I do like him a lot. I can easily see him anchoring the show because that's really what's going to be out. Liv Tyler's in it, so that's pretty cool. They showed a picture of Gary Busey on the TV, which is always nice. Find Gary Busey. What should have happened? Somebody should have just yelled that and he would have dropped out of the sky at some point. There were points that just slowed really far down and I kind of lost interest, but I was still piqued. My interest was still there. I was like, what else? You killed a dog. What
did you guys think about The Leftovers? We continue to watch it. Do you have any leftovers in your fridge? I'm Mike. He's Jay. We'll see you guys.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie.